With 2030 targets around the corner and cross-continental competitiveness one of the most pressing topics, the technologies we need to achieve net zero have been evolving rapidly, but have been facing some equally steep challenges. Jonathan, when it comes to tech uptake for the energy transition, what are some of the biggest challenges?
I think the big challenge we're seeing is we are not seeing the fast enough pace for things like heat pumps, electrification of heat. We're not seeing fast enough with electrification of transport. And this is really starting to take away investor confidence in some aspects of the transition. And that impacts, obviously, a lot of the investment decisions we make around power energy grids.
When it comes to competitiveness, what are some of the technologies, digital or otherwise, that have shown the biggest promise in allowing the continent to reclaim some competitive edge?
Well, I have to be honest in saying right now, not enough. I think that's why we see some of the policy announcements recently that we need to radically overhaul how we approach this. The basic fact is that we're not really that ahead in most of these areas.
Sounds like there's a bit of a task to do to get back on track.
Yes, basically.
If you had a recipe for this, what would the ingredients be to reclaim competitiveness, as we've said?
I think Europe has to strike a balance, really. We can't make everything ourselves, much as we'd like to. We have to keep a relationship with lower cost producing areas around the world, whilst also trying to get some sort of centers of excellence where we can really value add at the right stages.
When it comes to elections, there's big elections obviously in the US. The European Commission is taking office. Keir Starmer's Labour in the UK. What are some of the developments that we need to be on the lookout in the next few years?
Well, I can speak particularly for the UK as my home market. There's a lot of big announcements coming there. There's a real drive to push forward with the energy transition in the UK. So massive build out of offshore wind, massive focus on solar PV, on unlocking things there. We're going to see a big focus on trying to get more battery storage and energy storage overall going. So I think we could see, hopefully, a case where the UK is kind of leading the way for a change and actually showing maybe other European countries that are lagging a little bit what can happen. So.
And what about the US? Any comments on that?
Oh, who would know with the US? No, my personal view is I think a lot of the elements of the transition are probably okay because they benefit Republican states in the South. So even if we should see a change in administration, I think they will retain a lot of those. So I think we will be okay overall with that. But I do think we will see much more support for fossil-based generation and solutions as well if Trump gets in. But the biggest thing for the US is they drastically need a lot more electricity because the data center market is going crazy for the amount of electricity that it needs.
Well, Jonathan, thank you so much for joining and sharing your insights.
Thank you very much.
For more insights into the energy transition, make sure to join the Enlit community.